So we will understand. Here I've been talking for more than 3 years. I hope the wisdom should prevail and we understand. So, understanding means what? I understand that your house is here and I have to come to your house. I reach your house. There is no problem. But even after understanding, I have a problem. What it means? It means I have yet to understand. I did not understand what I claim is wrong. And that is why I am suffering. Eastern wisdom is very logical. So, how to understand this? So, let us pick up how many times did you take these principles casually, and how many times you were anxious, upset, reactive during the entire week? 10 times, 50 times. I don't know. I'm already in stress and anxiety. Even after listening and learning, it means understanding is not there. But if we go and look deep inside that why understanding is not there, I claim I understand, but I don't understand. What is this? I claim I understand, but I don't understand. That is the story of a wedding crasher. To say you directly, we don't have a humility. Humility means what? I know that I don't know, let me know it. Humility is not that you are not arrogant, that is worldly ego. We are not talking of this worldly ego. The ego is the impulsive mind. It is the habitual, instinctive mind that do not allow us to understand. And the same ego claims that I understand. That is a wedding. We did talk about the wedding crasher. Wedding crasher. The entire Eastern wisdom begins, it talks about humility. In the beginning, the beginner's practice, which I discussed, I don't know if you remember Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan brings that sense of humility. Not only I understood, but I practice every moment in my life. Yo, honey says that you are crazy. You withdraw yourself. Let me understand. What is the problem? Oh, he has or she has some expectation. Let me fulfill my expectation. Let me fulfill their expectations. That is the meaning of openness of the mind. We talk, mind should be open. What do you mean by openness of the mind? Mind is not open. It is closed. I understood the humility, and then real life situation comes. The wedding crasher comes. That's why I don't change. Then I claim that I want to change. I claim I want to change, but I don't change. Why? I'm still maintaining that level of my default setting of the mind, constantly ready to react. It has the impressions of reactions present inside. Can I say goodbye to that reaction? No, it's my. and we claim that we are changing. And then we ask unwanted questions. We ask unwanted questions, and then we also warn, don't tell anyone. Even if you don't tell anyone, your behavior and attitude will express. Your behavior and attitude, your daily life, how many times you were anxious and reactive will tell you the story. People know it, whether one should tell or not. So pay attention. This ego, we say I maker. We don't say, that's another area in the modern life when we say this ahankar, ego, is the mind. This is the default setting of the mind. Default setting of the mind that it wants to, it continues with its impulsive, instinctive, habitual nature. It does not want to change. It does not want to change the impulsive nature. It says, I want peace. The very impulsive is a salty, I want sweetness. I don't want to leave that. I don't want to leave and give me the peace and happiness. Not possible. If it is possible, you also guide me. I will learn. So the ego in Eastern wisdom, we say it is ahankar. The literal meaning of ahankar is the I maker. I-ness is pure. I maker. Impulsive mind makes the I maker. That it is full of expectations, it is full of desires, it is full of binding desires, and it wants to fulfill it. Not possible. If it is possible, you guide me. I will also learn. So this I maker is the mind. I claim it is me. Why don't you listen to me? I'm telling, calm down. First check your mind. No, I don't want to check my mind. I am going to react to you. You did something wrong. How many times I was late in a session? You have to set an example with your behavior and attitude. Then the life will change. This is what the masters are talking. I'm not saying on my own anything. So this mysterious, I gave you the story of a wedding crasher. Wedding crasher, nobody knew that from which side it is. And the bride thought that it may be from the bridegroom's side, and bridegroom thought that it is from the bride side. And that is a wedding crasher. I gave you that story. Another problem of this I maker or the mind, that it is not rooted in the real self. It is not rooted in the truth. It is not rooted in peace. It is not rooted in happiness. So I don't want to change. I want to keep that. And I'm searching peace and happiness. It is not rooted in peace and happiness. Simple. It is salty. I'm searching sweet. So I don't have a humility. Where is humility? I know, I am aware, I am open. What I have yet to know. Simple. This ego is not rooted in the truth. This ego is rooted in expectations, impulsivity, reaction, anxiety, duality, that is asking me the question how to calm down. Leave that anxiety. Leave that thought that of expectation and reaction. It is gone. That is the journey. Very beginner, the first step. That is why the master says Mangala Charan. Mangala Charan, Mangal. Mangal means auspiciousness. It is present within. Acharan means my behavior and attitude. When I become aware of that auspiciousness is within me, how? I uncover that I maker. I leave that I maker. I am totally open. I am open means what? I am receptive to the knowledge, not receptive to the teacher. Forget about the teacher. Pay attention to the knowledge. I'm not receptive to the knowledge. I continue to keep my I maker. And then I claim, I will leave it, tell me what to tell you. So I'm converting to make you understand this wedding crasher, gate crasher, we already know it. So what happens in the last week? Did I become the relationship crasher? Find out. Did I become the relationship crasher? Did I become the event crasher? Did I become the honey crasher? I'm already suffering. And then I'm seeking a solution. There is no solution for those people. No solution at all. Try. So their effort is, I marry to be happy, and then I divorce to be happy. Or I marry to be unhappy, or I divorce to be unhappy. Both ways it works. That is the meaning of pressure. I don't know what happened to me. Why did I say this? I have already said this. I already became a crasher. And now I'm asking why I have become. That is the rule of a relationship crasher. The ego identifies intensely with its rule in relationship. It says, I am a loving partner. Example, I am the supportive friend. I am the devoted child. It claims ownership. This is my relationship. This person should behave in this way for my happiness. That is my thinking. This is what I maker is. The relationship, honey, is perceived as something external that it must get or maintain. I'm looking outside. Humility means that I look inside, I am open. I'm looking outside. Why you have done this? Why I have a problem? What is the crashing mechanism? It's worth understanding. When a relationship does not meet my egos or mind or default mind expectations, when the other person does not act according to its script which I have in my mind, the script is present in my mind, and you don't behave according to that, obviously I'll be frustrated. But I don't ask why. Why everyone should behave like the script which I have in my mind. That is the meaning of closed mind. That is the meaning of ego. I don't want to understand it. No, keep it aside. Why you created problem for me? Look, come on, the problem is internal. Malware is internal. Virus is inside me. I don't understand. I don't want to understand. So I told you, the other person doesn't act according to my script. The ego feels threatened, hurt, or wrong. Did I say any time that you joined me late? No. What is my duty? I should join in time. I should be ready before you are ready. Do you believe that you are a seeker? You should be ready before me. Do you feel your responsibility? No. Oh, I will open. Who cares? Ego, I maker. Externally, this might manifest what I said according to my script. Inside. Now, externally, we are understanding the crashing mechanism. So, externally, internally, I said script. Now, externally, this might manifest as argument, manipulation, withdrawal, reaction, blame, complaint. The ego is still blind to its own role, externalizes the blame. Now I'm externalizes the blame. I started the problem. Now I'm blaming others, reacting to others, frustrated because of you, because of this situation, because of the. And then I say, oh, they are making me suffer. Really? You can make me fool. You can make psychotherapists fool. Eastern wisdom, you cannot make fool. You should be ready to tolerate. You should hurt your eye maker, to be humble, to be ready to listen, to ready to change. That is why we have the first practice Mangalacharana. You become a qualified seeker. Our relationship is failing because of their flaws. Now you see the mechanism, crashing mechanism. I have the script in my mind. They don't know. You did not work according to my expectation. It crashes the relationship. Internally, I become resentful. I become jealous. I withdraw. The ego is still. Now ego is still blind to its own role. How? It becomes blind. It externalizes the blame. They are making me suffer. Our relationship is failing because of their flaws. It tirelessly searches for who is responsible for my suffering. Who is responsible for my suffering? Tirelessly searches, except one person, except myself. That is what I have been doing for 60, 70 years. Mechanism of crashing, relationship crash. A person feels deep sadness and anger when a friend doesn't respond to their text, to my script immediately. My script. If the script is not there, I need not to worry about it. You leave the session, it's okay. You join the session, it's okay. The ego identifying with the need for constant validation and immediate attention feels crashed. That is the meaning of crasher. The person then blames the friend for being inconsiderate rather than recognizing my own attachment to an outcome. Then you order, don't talk to me. So while saying don't talk to me, you are still frustrated. You have a fear inside, a sense of event crasher. Take another example. Ego's role. Where is the ego's role in the event? in events, whether it's a career milestone or a social gathering or a personal project. The ego identifies with being the doer and the enjoyer. It claims, I am the successful professional, I am wiser than you. Then why you are frustrated? Wise men get frustrated. It cannot make you understand unless we sit down and reflect. The default setting of the mind has already scripted everything. Why it has scripted? It has a sense of attachment, it has a sense of expectations, it is seeking something from the world outside. So, if the event is not according to my script, what happens? When an event doesn't unfold as planned, when success isn't achieved, when no one appreciates me in the event, when the ego doesn't receive the desired recognition, it crashes the experience. This can lead to intense disappointment, anger, feeling of inadequacy. And then, my ego boosts up. Don't tell anyone, only tell me. People knows it very well. People near and dear you, people who are your friends, they know you. That when you get upset, it's better to avoid that. They avoid in order to you don't become a event crasher. The ego is still searching for who is responsible, and the same ego is searching for who is responsible for myself. So it is searching outside, it is searching everywhere, it is searching in everyone except myself. That is the meaning, lack of humility. I don't dare to open up myself. I don't want to open. Why open means I don't want to recognize where I have been wrong. And still I want peace and happiness. Not possible. If it is possible, guide me. Someone meticulously plans a project, expecting praise when the project receives. I gave you many examples in a couple of weeks. When the project receives only moderate recognition, their ego feels deflated. They might lash out at colleagues, feel demotivated, blame external factors. You understand, you don't understand, I feel self-motivated. I must talk about that knowledge. I must adhere to the principles of Eastern wisdom. That is my motivation. You change? Very good. It is your responsibility. Credit goes to you. You don't change? Credit goes to you. The same thing happens with the honey crusher. Ego identifies with the I that experiences or possesses this happiness. Such a simple statement our masters make that happiness, peace are not outside. So when I am frustrated, do I reflect on it? Why I am frustrated? I am frustrated because I am seeking peace and happiness from the world outside. If you have a ego, you will not understand. Intellectually, you will understand. Intellect will understand. Intellect will understand this is refrigerator, this is clock, this is room, this is monitor. But the mind inside, the default setting of the mind will not allow this understanding to to be expressed in your behavior and attitude. It will never happen. So that default setting of the mind is known as the I maker, the wedding crasher, the honey crasher. Then we have all the problem. Honey is always fleeting. When the pleasure passes or when the life presents difficulties, the ego feels deprived, sad, agitated. It crashes its own inherent peace by desperately clinging to the past, impulsive nature, craving future ones. Suffering is blamed on the absence of external behavior coming from the relationship. But we claim I'm intelligent, I'm wise, I'm not humble. I told you, I gave you a couple of definitions of the humility. Humility that I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to apply, I'm ready to see whether by applying these principles do I change or not. No, I'm not seeking anything from you. Internally, I'm not seeking anything. Tell me, where is the anxiety? Where is the frustration? But yes, that is how the life continues. I started this text. I have yet to start the first one. The Master in the very first verse says, that's the message. You have a frustration, yes. You have a reaction, yes. You blame someone, yes. How many times? How many years you lived? 50 years. How many times you blame, complain and reacted? Maybe thousands of times. Are you wise? Yes, I'm wise. What is your wisdom says that you have repeated your pain and suffering to yourself for the last 50 years. We don't have an answer. Why? Because I'm searching outside. I don't look inside. That is the eye maker. Eye maker does not want to look inside me. It always wants to look outside. You teach me. You guide me. You did not guide me. You keep your mouth shut. You teach me the way I want you to teach. Very interesting. Very interesting. It is possible in formal education. It is possible in MIT. It is possible in what? In Ivory Lake colleges, in Eastern wisdom. That is why teacher is known as the guru, who hammers our ignorance. Guru means ignorance to wisdom. That is the meaning. So directly or indirectly, we will talk the same thing. We will not stop. We will not stop. If I stop, then I'm doing injustice to this great wisdom which lasted for 10,000 years, 3,000 masters, 3,000 texts. They talk of the same principles again and again. They explained in hundreds of different ways. Only one, they are so humble, they have a gratitude that if I can change a single person, that knowledge passed on to us. Because of that, credit goes to all those great masters. So eye maker also wants the teacher to change its teaching. Not possible. If it is possible, then it is better to leave that teacher, or you stick to that teacher because it will inflate your ego. It will help you. You'll be more frustrated later. Anyhow, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Find out the place of the body where it is. You are aware of it. Position of the body and the posture. Being comfortable. Being comfortable. Do you still remember? Did you do the practice last week every day? Have you been practicing? Did you really understand what is the pragmatic, practical approach of being comfortable? Change of direction of the mind. But my mind is running after my honey, near and dear ones, that event which happened yesterday. Are you aware that you are not changing the direction? It is easy to feel sensation, comfort, and steadiness. It's not a big deal. We have hundreds of chemicals. If you can inject those chemicals in the body, you can have the sensation and you can have comfort and steadiness. But it will not change you, it will not transform you. So that is why I made it a point to remind you. So you are aware the thoughts are moving. Oh, I have a thought with an object is outside, event outside. Oh, no. Mind, you look at the whole body from the top of the head to the toes. You see, you change the direction consciously. Maybe you can change the direction to practice with me, but what happens outside? Outside is the eye maker, the crasher returns again. I have to understand whether I change the direction or not. I may have a sensation, comfort, and steadiness without changing the direction. Humility is required. To move the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. So, two things definitely are important. First, experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Second is more important. Second is the change of direction of the mind. How do I know? You know it. You know it. Mind is looking into the space inside. Keep looking into the space inside. If I say it, keep looking there. You may have other thoughts, let it be there, but main business of the mind is that it is aware of that change of direction. And then being carefree. Carefree. And I told in that carefree, I made it very clear, seer in this scene. I don't think and I don't contemplate. And that is why it doesn't work. So what I said, highway and the traffic. So there are two things. We simply say traffic jam. No, traffic jam, behind that there is a highway. Highway does not change. There are many vehicles on the highway, that is why we say it's a traffic jam, it is temporary. No, it is not temporary. What happens in the midnight? There is no traffic. Highway remains as it is. Highway was the same in the traffic jam. Highway remains the same in the midnight. So that remains the same as the seer. And what is the traffic jam is the scene. That is what our masters simply explain. The thoughts are coming and going. There is a space. There is a space behind all these thoughts that does not change. The space behind the thoughts and the feelings does not change. It can only be realized and experienced when we hammer the I maker, or which I say the default mind. But if we keep that a temporary relief now, and after that I maker returns with a greater force. It bites you. It creates a disbelief if Eastern wisdom is true or not. That is the problem. That is why I focus my talk on this I maker, the wedding pressure, the relationship pressure, the event pressure, the honey pressure. You can add any number of times. So we are just, so what do you say? Okay, thought is there. Thought is there, I'm not the thought. I'm anxious, can I say mentally I have a thought of anxiety? I'm not a thought, hence I'm not crying anxious. The moment you say in your mind you are carefree. I did it, but then I forget it during the day. Why I forget it? Oh, relationship pressure, honey pressure, event pressure. Returns again. Now I want to keep it because that gives me the pleasure. Keep it. Transformation is not possible. Well, if it is possible, please tell me. I will also follow. That is why I use the word salty. Ego can never be sweet. And now we go little deeper the way we have done last time. Next step is settling the mind deep within, or I can say change from default mind to discerning mind. It is worth paying attention. Discerning mind, default mind to discerning mind. Discerning mind is wisdom. Default mind is impulsive, the I maker. So what exactly we see? So how we see? Oh, just look at it. First point, check. Check place, position and posture. Second point, check sensation, comfort and steadiness, and mind looking inside means change of direction, or it is going there, it is engaged in unnecessary thoughts, and then it comes, it returns, it will not work. Third point, you are carefree, but it means I am not thought, feeling, and emotion. You simply aware of it. You know it. That is all. I'm not saying that they are not there. They are there, but you are not. So you are free. Then comes the next step in this category, that you look, you feel, you know the skin of the head and the neck. How do you know? You move your mind. What happens? You experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. One, that is an indicator. And plus, what happens? You find settling of the mind. What is settling of the mind? Mind continues to stay there within. Why to stay there within? To prevent the honey crusher to return again. For example, so sensation, relaxation, stillness is one indicator, but what is happening to the mind is deeper than that. So we think, I will continue to be a pressure in my life for others. I will never look inside. I will never be humble, and then I'll be able to find the peace. Not possible. I have been telling you, if it is possible, guide me. I will follow you. So again, check the first point. Place, position and posture is intact. Is intact means what? I gave you another deeper rep. Intact means what? I am self-aware. I am not other-aware. There is a self-awareness. There is not other-awareness. That is an indicator. And second point, that we experience the sensation, comfort and steadiness. Plus, I am aware that the mind is looking inside. It will only happen, I told you. Because the eye crusher, eye maker always has to look outside. Its nature is that. But that's why I don't change. And then I hold back. And then I ask, I want to change. Isn't it funny? Third point. Look, feel and know the skin of the right arm. Feel the sensation, relaxation and stillness. And settling of the mind. The mind continues to stay in that state. Left arm. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. And settling of the mind. I already defined settling. The right leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. And mind continues to stay within. I've just made a little change in the instruction. I hope that will make a sense. Left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And settling. The entire body from the top of the head to the toes. You simply move your mind. Why you move your mind? You are self-aware. You are in a state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. You already know. The mind is looking inside. But if you don't know the previous steps, you forget it. Why you forget it? I maker. And you experience sensation, relaxation, stillness. What is more important than this? The mind continues to maintain its awareness deeper inside. It is not affected, I would say, it is not distracted by thoughts, feeling, and emotions. Thoughts and feeling, they come and they go. Now you can easily say they come and they go. They do not disturb. You are aware. You are aware of them all. They do not disturb you. Is that state possible? If that state is possible, the next step is just a play, looking at the breath, looking at the breath, looking at the flow of the breath. The mind follows the movement of the breath. That in that state, when the mind is settled, we already understood when the mind is settled, you are looking at the breath going in and out. You are fully aware that when the breath goes in, just count mentally in one. When the breath returns out one, go on counting the breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down, share our experiences. So, how are you? And
I'm fine. I think I fell asleep the last part.
okay, it's okay.
And I think I was a little bit probably preoccupied with something. So.
Yes.
But otherwise, I feel fine.
Fine. Good. How are you, Charlie?
Hi Girish, I'm struggling right now. Question for you. How do you know when the eye maker isn't running the show?
You are in peace. You are calm.
It's so strong.
You are calm and peace. Finished.
Calm and peaceful, that's it. Okay. All right.
You are calm because of expectations we are fulfilled from the others. You have a problem. That is the eye maker.
Okay.
When I know the eye maker, this eye maker is asking the question. That is why you have a problem.
Okay, so calm and peaceful.